Hi everyone, it's now the 29th of September, 10:03 am. I'm just drinking part one of my breakfast, which is half the smoothie, because only half fits in here and I need a new cup. I think I've already said. I'm tired, don't feel well, I have a headache, I'm very bunged up, not super bunged up, but I am bunged up. I've been sneezing, got a bit of a sore throat, just feel a little bit unwell. I've had a hot honey, lemon and ginger, which I love. They do make me feel a little bit better. I try to drink one every day during winter time or this time onwards. Sometimes forget, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, sometimes I don't have the ingredients. I always have the honey in. I've already replaced my honey, even though I could probably get another 3 or 4 drinks out of it. But it's better to be prepared, because I do have a habit of running out of honey. I mean, I'm making it sound like I run out of it all the time, but, I probably only go through 2 jars a year. Maybe 3 at a push, but more like 2. But I try to always have fresh lemons and ginger in. Because 4 lemons are 50p in Asda. And the ginger's 45p, so it's only £1. The honey's 5.50 because it's Manuka honey. The last 2 times I've had the Aldi one, I've had the Lidl one, I've had the Asda one. Because they're the cheapest ones you can get. My hip's also hurting. So I realise it's 2 days away from the first. I want to have 10 videos filmed. I might have 4. Not even tried to edit. I've not had time to edit. I literally do not have time. And I don't have time to edit to find out that it won't save. So I don't know what to do. And then I'm tired in the evenings. And then I think, well, I want time to myself. I don't want to sit and edit it. So I don't edit. So that's why I'm filming now. I'm literally on quite a tight schedule because I've ended up having to... I have to go somewhere today that I didn't plan on going. But something happened. Oh God, not something happened dramatic happened, but something happened that made me need to have to go somewhere today. And that's going to cost me money. But I've got no choice, because if I don't go, something worse will happen if I don't go to whatever it is. I'm not going to say, because, we all know who stalks me on here. So it's kind of put a bit of a spanner in the works of how long I've got to do other things in, and when I've got to be where and when and whatever. So I'm going to film as much as I can for this video, but also I will be going upstairs soon, so you might end up coming with me, because I need to put a little bit of makeup on, decide what I'm going to wear. I mean, I literally don't have a clue right now. Oh, actually, it needs to be something super casual, because apparently I'm going to be painting the bloody fence. Because I've got the drill battery charged, because I need to fix the fence before I paint it. Well, part of the fence, I can paint the other bits, I can do second coats and stuff, but I want to get all the first coats finished, because there's still little bits of areas. It's not massive areas, but the fence down by the conservatory is broken. Because of balls being kicked at it, it's badly damaged the fence. So I need to fix it a little bit before I can paint it, because it's just easier, because there's bits that are split, so I need to put them back together before I paint them. So whatever I put on, I mean, I have to wear these open toe fake Birkenstocks, because they've got paint on, so my feet are going to be cold outside, but whatever, it won't be for too long. Because the latest I can leave here with the dog is 11:45, because I need to go and get some hay fever tablets, because I also think that might be why I'm bunged up as well, because I've not had any for a few days. And last time I didn't have any for a few days, I felt like this, but also I felt like this a week or two ago when I got sick, when I started to come down with whatever I came down with. Like I was a bit fluey because the weather changed, and it turned out lots of people were feeling that way. So it's either that or the hay fever. So I'm just gonna, if I've got time, I mean, ideally I could do with leaving here at 20 to 12, go to the shop and then go and walk the dog. Where am I going to walk her from? Oh, I know. And try and be back for 1. Then I'll need to have a wash, maybe get changed if the dog's got me muddy, and then I need to go and drop the dog off somewhere so I can go somewhere. I won't be picking her back up, she'll be being dropped off. And then when I come home, time dependent, I might do some more painting. Because the fence needs finishing, basically. Most places have got the first coats. There's a lot of places that have got a second coat, but there's a few little bits and pieces that don't have the first coat. Or there's like, most of the fence that it needs fixing has been painted the first coat, but I've had to leave areas free because I need to fix it. So there's not major amounts of painting left to do. There's a bit that I can't reach that I need ladders for, but the garden's permanently damp, so the ladders would sink into it, so I don't know how I'm going to paint that bit. It's on the back fence, like as far left as possible, the top bit. I can't physically reach it. But once I've done the first coat bits, I can go where there's only one coat and go over that. So hopefully the paint will spread. Yesterday I did trim the hedge, and it actually looks really good. I was actually really surprised. Now down the side here, it's damaged because certain people pull on it, so it's very like, it just looks really crappy because it keeps getting pulled on. Now I have images of people doing this, children and adults, just pulling on our hedge thinking that we don't know about it. A, we can hear it when you're doing it, and B, I do have footage of it happening. I wonder who gave me that. So they've been pulling on it, so it looks not as good and it's more sparse. It's not as filled out because certain people, let's call them thugs because they are, and vandals, they've damaged it, so I can't get it to look as nice. And it is slightly taller, but it actually has grown better there because the sun hits there more, so I can't cut it. I can reach it just about, but the branches, like the big thick branches, are really thick there and it wouldn't cut through it, so it just has to be slightly taller there. So it's taller but a little bit more sparse and rough looking because it's being pulled on constantly. So I might send the images to the police because that is criminal damage. But the rest of it looks absolutely amazing. I was actually surprised because I did it quite quickly. It didn't like need too much to it, but I did give it a quick shape up, and I did tidy the top because the top was what needed tidying before the leaves fell off, because you don't want loads of bits of small branches sticking up, because you can't cut it after a certain point, otherwise it doesn't grow properly. And we've been growing it since we moved in nearly 7 years ago, and it's twice the height, if not more, than it was when we moved in, but it grows so slowly. And you do have to constantly take some of the height off because it'll grow all over, but then it'll have some bits sticking up much higher than the others, and you need to neaten it up. But that's its final cut of the year. Like, someone used to cut the hedge every month, and I'm like, that's never gonna bloody grow when you keep doing that. But yeah, I like the height, but I do want it higher, taller. So, if you're growing your hair, you need regular trims to keep it looking nice and growing. So, I was surprised after I'd finished. And I did the inner part against the house because when I cut it last time, I didn't do much on the inner part because it didn't really matter. But I did a bit in the inner part, and the inner part looks really smart as well. And yeah, I was really surprised. I managed to cut a lot of bottom stuff because there's stuff right next to the ground that last time I missed. I did some of it, but it was really hard work to do. You had to get down low, and sometimes the blade doesn't, because you're going from a different angle, doesn't quite catch it right. So I made sure I spent time on that because there were like bits sticking out at the bottom, like quite long bits, and I've done that. And like when I went out yesterday and I reversed off this part of the street, I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that looks good. Because when you're doing it, you think, oh, it looks alright, and you tidy up and stuff. But when I reversed off the street, I was like, oh my god, that actually does look good. I was actually really pleased with myself. And then I said to my dad, like, I can't believe how good it looks. But when he come home last night, it was dark, so he didn't see it. This morning when he come back from the dog walk, he's like, that hedge looks really good, you did a really good job. Now, my dad's not big on the compliments. Like, normally he'd be like, yeah, it looks alright. Even it looks amazing, he normally says, like, oh, it looks alright. Never ever big on compliments. But he told me I did a good job, so I know from that compliment, because that is a compliment coming from my dad, I know I did do a good job. So, yeah. So I'm happy with it. I'm sure someone will badmouth it like they did last time I cut it, but they badmouth everything apparently, not just what I do, but what the so-called friends do. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. I can't believe how good it turned out actually, because I did do it quite quickly, and I just wanted to like tidy it up, but it looks really good. So, well done to me. I'm just dreading going and painting. I'm tired, I don't feel well, but it needs doing. And it says it's not going to rain. It just says partly cloudy. And it says 20% chance of rain, but when you look across, it's just cloudy, 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 sun, 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 moon, 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 cloudy moon, cloudy moon, cloudy moon, cloud, 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 cloud. It says 100% chance of rain tomorrow. But we all know what the weather's like. It changes all the time, so we'll see. But hopefully I can get some more first coat finish. Well, the rest of it finished. There's not too much. Hopefully get to fix the fence and start on a second coat. I need to go and get ready. I'm going to get about an hour on this fence before I have to get changed and go out. And then hopefully I won't be out. Well, I'll come back with the dog. I won't have time to do any when I come back with the dog because I've got a few things to do. Then I need to go and drop the dog off, go somewhere. And if where I'm going doesn't take too long, fingers crossed, when I come home, weather dependent, I should be able to do some more painting on the fence. Of the fence, not on the fence. Be good if I got to finish it today. I'm not going to say I will, because I do have a cut-off point when I have to stop. Because I don't want anyone throwing water on it deliberately, which has been said will happen. So, we'll see how much I can do, but hopefully. I mean, I know where all the second coats need doing. I need to finish a few little bits and pieces. But it just seems to take ages. The other week I did about 2 hours on the fence. And I'm like, how did that take 2 hours? But apparently it did. So we'll see. Hopefully I can finish it. I just won't be able to reach that top bit. So that's the only thing that won't get finished if I do manage to finish everything else today. And then I've got loads of other stuff to do. I just hope I'm not getting ill again, because that just makes things more difficult. I need to write a shopping list, because there's things that I keep thinking, put on a shopping list you'll forget and you need. All I can remember is ice. So that's good, isn't it? I need to swap and put my phone on charge. Not the one I'm filming on. And I'm going to go I've got a hot honey lemon and ginger in the kitchen, but I made too much. I filled it to the top, which I never do. It just makes it harder to drink. The dog's asleep at the bottom of the stairs. Oh God, my head's throbbing. I didn't realise until I started walking. Oh God. I don't want to, oh, it's too hot, but I need to go and get ready, and I don't want to take it upstairs. I don't want 2 drinks upstairs. Oh, it's not too hot, but I'm not going to manage all this. God. I'm trying to drink as much as I can because it's good for me anyway, even if I weren't well. Even if I was well, like full health. Why is my head hurting this much? I'm literally about to go and drill stuff and put screws in. My head's hurting. I mean, I could either be getting sick like I did the other week with the weather change, or it could be I need hay fever tablets, but I don't know if I ever got a headache when I had hay fever. I got bunged up and stuff, and being bunged up can give you headaches, so I don't want to drink any more of that. I drank over 2/3 of it. I just had enough. Don't even know what I'm going to wear. I need to put some on that I've painted in before because I don't want to get paint on nice stuff. I mean, I did ruin a couple of things. And I got paint on my nice trainers, which I couldn't get off, but I need to try again. Because they're like £125, so I definitely need to try again. Do you know what, ASOS annoyed me yesterday because there was 25% off. And I bought stuff last week a couple of times. And I'm meant to be cutting down massively on my spending, but I still bought stuff last week. And then I buddy had a £100 and something M&S order. There's me cutting down, yeah. They had 25% off, and there's something that I really want. Well, there's two things that I want, and they come to like nearly £300. And 25% off would have been good in normal circumstances if I weren't meant to be cutting down, and if I didn't buy 2 lots of things from ASOS last week, and that big order from M&S. So couldn't order what I wanted, so I basically got 2 foundations and a concealer, and it worked out that I got the concealer for free. I got the Serum Foundation by L'Oreal, which I love, and I got the True Match foundation. I did try and get the freshwater one, but it was out of stock. And then I got the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the lightest shade, because I got it in light once and it was just too yellow based and not light enough. And now they do this one called Cool or something. I can't remember the name. Oh, I could put that on. Oh, I just noticed something that I might be able to paint in. I'm going to be cold outside with just this on. I think I'll put it over the top of, what's this? This t-shirt. But I'm going to have nothing on my arms. I'm just going to have to put it grin and bear it, I think. So yeah, I just basically bought the 2 foundations. I mean, that serum one's £15. It's not a cheap foundation. God, I shouldn't be talking. I should just be getting on with stuff. So it's not... Hold on. Did I want something? My brain just said to me, you want something. But I don't know what I want. More time in the day would be good, or not to talk when I should be doing stuff. I don't even know what I was going to say. But yeah, that Serum foundation's £15. I don't know if that's what I was talking about. And most L'Oreal foundations are like £10-12. But it is a really good foundation. I wore it when I was wearing foundation. Well, when I went out early this year and I did put a foundation on, it was either that or the Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour or whatever it's called. But normally I would have got those 2 expensive things that I want because 25% discount's amazing. I probably would have got the 4 foundations that I would typically wear. God, I'm out of breath. I shouldn't be. I've done my skincare and everything. I need a shower. Isn't it horrible having a shower when it's really cold. There's no heating on or anything. My dad said it's warmer outside today. I said, why does it feel cold inside? I mean, it's saying it's 13 degrees, feels like 12, and yesterday I think it was 11, felt like 8, but it didn't feel like 8 because it was sunny. So I ordered the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum in very light, $14.99. The L'Oreal Paris True Match Foundation. So it's the same thing, but this is a serum and that's not. And this is $9.99. And then I got the Maybelline Eraser Eye Concealer in Cool Ivory, and it looks very light. And it's pink toned. And it came to 33... Hold on. Sorry, I got a text and I was reading it. It came to $33.97, and then I got a discount of $8.49, so it came to $25.48. The concealer was $8.99, so I got it for 50p. And I've basically topped up on what I need because my True Match foundation has got the tiniest amount in. I don't know if there's enough to do my makeup with. My tinted serum is super low. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get any out. I'll try it today, actually. That's the one I'm going to try. So it was essential. And then I did have that concealer, but I've had it a couple of years, and I was using it like weeks ago because I couldn't find my NARS one. And it is very yellow, and it didn't like sit right, and I think it's because it's out of date. So I've either binned it or it needs binning. So there are things that I need. But if I were trying to save like crazy, which isn't going well apparently, because I keep buying stuff. I mean, I'm not buying as much stuff as I was, because I was meant to start saving months ago, and I just kept spending, and I was like, oh God, and I cut down the tiniest bit. And then I cut down more the other week, but it seems I'm spending more now. I need to stop it. Because when I don't have the money, I'll be really peed off. I just want to point out, I'm not talking hundreds of pounds, I'm talking thousands that I'm trying to save. Because if it was hundreds, I'd be fine. I've got it. But yeah, I shouldn't have carried on spending the way I did, moral of the story. And now I'm running out of time. So unless some miracle happens, I don't know if I'm going to get it in time. But I'll try and remain positive, because you never know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't even know at this point. I just know that the time is getting nearer and nearer and nearer. I've been so stressed about it. My dad said to me, ask your mum if you could borrow it. I had this nervous breakdown over that yesterday, because I don't think I would ask my mum. I would have to be pretty desperate, which I am, but I don't think I would ask my mum. I've never ever asked my mum for money, ever. My brother once borrowed $7,500, and I don't even need to borrow that amount of money. That is a lot. And he paid back about £600, and then he stopped paying, and my stepdad's like, I'm never going to get that money back, we might as well cancel that debt off. So we basically got £7,000. Now if I rung up and said, hey, can I borrow £7,500, I think we all know what the answer would be. A, my mum would pretend they don't have the money and that she's a humble pensioner. And B, I wouldn't get it even if she wasn't a humble pensioner. I just would not get it. I would never get £7,500 off my mum. She treats me and my brothers very, very differently. But yeah, he borrowed £7,500 and basically got to keep £7,000. I've never ever asked to borrow money off my mum. I never asked for anything off my mum, ever. But my dad's like, ask your mum, you've got a good chance. I'm like, are you for real? I don't think she would lend me it, and it's not... I only need a certain amount. It's more than £1,000, but less than 3. Oh, it makes it sound like it's 2. It's actually less than 2 that I need. I mean, I would borrow 2, but anyway, there's no way she would give it me. And I was like thinking about it when I was driving somewhere yesterday, and I got really upset about it because I thought I was going to have to make the phone call and ask. But I don't want to ask because I don't want her to say no, because it would upset me. I'm getting upset now. There's just a lot of stuff going on. but it might end up with me asking her. But I know she'll say no, so I don't know why I would put myself through that. And I think that's why I didn't ring her, because I don't want her to say no to me. I might get my dad to ask her. I mean, she'd say no to him anyway. But I don't think I would ask unless I was like really, really desperate, down to the wire desperate. Anyway, it wouldn't be her lending it, it'd be my stepdad. But yeah, they let my brother £7.5 grand, and I knew he wouldn't pay that back because I know what he's like. And I'll finish this in a minute, but I'll just say to you, if I borrowed £7.5 grand off my mum, I would have to pay it back. And it's not that I wouldn't, because I definitely would, but there's no way I would get away with keeping £7 grand for free. There's no way they would let me. So I would never ask to borrow that sort of money off them. He did, but he's my mum's favourite and she will do whatever she can for him. But there was no way I would ever ask for that, even if I needed that, because that is a lot of money to borrow. And I've always been taught you pay for whatever you need yourself. And I always have done as much as I can. I mean, if there's something you want bad enough, you do save up for it. It just happens that I just carried on spending because I was spending, because I was depressed and stressed out because of the harassment that continuously happens. And I turned to spending, and that's what I do. And even though I have cut down, I didn't cut down enough soon enough. So just the harassers continuously affecting my life, unfortunately. And I'm going to end this because I've given myself 15 minutes now to do everything and get out there and get fixing and painting. I feel a little bit better though, physically. I just think I need to get some hay fever tablets, so I'm going to have to go to the shop. And if that's what's making me feel well, happy days. If not, God, I hope I don't feel as unwell as I did the other week. I'm going to end this here with a mouthful of smoothie. Where have I put that? Right. I'm going to try and film again at least once more today, because I want to have 10 videos filmed and ready before Saturday, because I don't think I'm going to have a chance to edit anything. So I want to be prepared, and then at least it gives me 10 days to try and edit something. And if I don't manage, I can still film in those 10 days. So then at least I'm still going to try and get a video up every day. If you're managing to watch them all, well done. If you're watching them just to harass me more, then just be kind. Get a life, get a hobby. You know, you don't need to harass people. Just get on with your life. And yeah, I'm going to definitely go. I've got to go and get on with stuff. It's just getting ridiculous now. I should have been outside. I shouldn't have been filming. But at least I feel a bit better physically, although my head is getting quite bad. It seems to hurt more when I stand up, and I'm bunged up. It could be the hay fever. I need to go and put some more skincare on. But have a great day. And I'll be back tomorrow, whether it's with a vlog or an edited video or anything else. I don't know. I can't make promises because who knows what's going to happen. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and thank you so much for watching.